How do you get it into Ocado?
Get out there, go
So
break
nice.
the rules a bit and do it a bit cheeky. Like more than half the team are mums themselves, so we all keep each other kind of motivated and sane. We got told it looked like a sex toy, an early version of the packaging. We were like, we need to redo it.
So what kind of metrics are you looking at when you first scale?
But I definitely manifested this year somehow. Why would they give you a shelf, like a space on shelf, if you're not moving it?
Welcome back, guys, to another Digital Cheesecake podcast.
Yes.
Welcome.
I've
So we've got
so much energy today.
I know. Do you know why? It's the no, it's not the sweets. It's not the sweets. It's not the sweets. I'm just high on life. So welcome, Fliss. So Fliss Newland's come to the podcast. She's the founder and owner of the incredible sweet company Wild Thingz. So welcome to the podcast,
We've
Fliss.
already eaten them, sorry.
We've been eating them.
Yeah, we have been.
Yeah.
So no, thank you very much for coming. So tell us a little bit about your story and a little bit about Wild Thingz and where you're at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much for having me on, guys. This is so cool.
Yeah.
So my story, in a nutshell, I'm ex-Mondelez, so I worked for them, who are a really big confectionery manufacturer, for quite a few years. They own Cadbury's, Maynard's, Bassett's. So learned from the best, had an amazing experience with them. All about confectionery, love the category, love sweets, love chocolate. But I, for many reasons, I'm a vegan myself, and I just, over time, didn't feel so great about selling sweets with palm oil and gelatin and lots
You
of
should
sugar.
always vegan.
I've been about a decade now
Yeah.
vegan.
Even at Cadbury's, even at like
So I was selling dairy milk and I'm thinking, what a hypocrite. So anyway, I had this burning thing of like, I'm going to do something more aligned to my purpose. And then came across these sweets, not as they are now, but this formulation. And we're like, wow, they're organic, half the sugar, all natural and taste amazing. So took the business on about a year and a half ago and rebranded them to what is now Wild Thingz, which we just literally launched this January. So halfway through the year, we are go.
That is wild.
It's been the most mental experience, but it's been amazing. But yeah, that's us today. And we just went live on Ocado.
Nice.
We launched on Amazon.
How do you get it into Ocado?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't have the
Question.
secret there, the silver bullet. I pitched as part of, I've applied to all of the new brand schemes. So most of these retailers have a program for like helping out new brands. So Ocado Roots is what it's called. I pitched like Dragon's Den style back in October for that. So you apply like anyone can. Tesco have got one. Co-op have got one.
And how many are on the panel? About 4 people or?
There's all sorts. I think I had a 1-to-1 with the confectionery buyer at Ocado, and then it was like a bigger panel before. But then with Co-op, I was pitching to like 8 people in a room, stood up at the front. It was like my whole apprentice fantasy realised. But yeah, just pitched for it, and then we literally went live 2 weeks ago, which is so exciting.
Oh, congrats!
Oh my god, that's cool.
So cool.
Okay, so a lot of people care obviously about getting into the Ocado side, but I mean, what has been another big challenge for you since starting 6 months ago?
Well, the whole challenge with us was like, our consumer is parents with kids between 4 and 12, so like post-babies, pre-teens. So the biggest challenge is like, and I spent so long really initially just doing so much consumer research of what they want, what they don't want, and basically getting a product that can appeal to the shopper, which is mum and dad, by basically communicating the fact that we're way less sugar, we're more natural, but also be freaking cool and exciting for the kids. So that tension of like that balance, but if you see other kind of healthier sweets out there, and there's actually not that many, but the ones that are, they're very like white packaging, picnic rugs. It's very cute, but it's got no cool factor. And then you look at like the big 6 sweet brands, you know, Skittles, Squashies, Haribo, Maynard's, Bassett's. It's fun and it's like colour and it's sort of, but it's very plastic.
Better than Haribo, I reckon.
Thank you, thank you. I do get told that. But yeah, they're bloody fun, but they taste great, but they're full of artificials and sugar. So how do you take all of the learnings of like what the big guys are doing and all that fun and energy, but with a sweet that is as good as it can be and organic and the rest? So basically just reimagine what organic and plant-based can look like and do it in a bit more of a kind of, punky way like we've done.
And why did you leave corporate brand life when you did to do this?
I always knew in my gut, or like I envisaged myself, and I've always been told like my style is I'm not great with bureaucracy and rules. That had actually irked on me a bit, but the actual moment was just coming across this product. So I was like, I'm going to kick myself if I don't jump now. If you'd asked me, I would have said that was it felt really daunting and it felt early in my career.
Yeah,
but
I can imagine.
I just thought, the product is such a gem, and it was a 40-year-old vegan sweet that had been around in quite niche circles.
Yeah.
And looking for a new home, and I just thought, I'm going to really kick myself if I don't go for it. So I just jumped at it. But it's been such a amazing but like crazy experience going from corporate to like challenger. It's literally the other side of the fence, and in so many ways my experience is so useful, but in loads of others it's like sort of redundant, like even like getting a designer or doing it suddenly on like no budget. It's
Would
cool.
you say you've learned the most in the last year compared to the 10 years prior?
Yeah. And I'd say
that's a long time.
To be credit to Monty's, I learned loads, but I've been on absolute fast forward, and we're even like every week learning, every day learning, and failing
Exciting.
and learning and changing, but it's cool. And like that pace I love. So
I can tell.
You can tell. It's good. I don't need coffee.
You need to be hungry.
It's epic. It's really good fun.
Because you jumped into it, and then so now that you're a number of months in it, what do you wish you knew before founding your own business?
Oh, I've learned so many kind of like different pods I listen to and like founders and stuff. I think it's just don't overcomplicate it. I think when you're immersed and obsessed with like your product, your category, like the shelf, I think you almost you forget consumers have like not even a fraction of a second at a shelf, and when we're making decisions, like they're not thinking to the depths, and like basically strip it back, keep it simple, and like even like a turning point recently, we came with a slogan of sweets that pass the parent test. And that took so long of like workshopping and to distill it, but it's so simple. It's like just saying what we're selling and who we're selling it like for. And I now wish to be utterly repetitive and boring. So like, don't reinvent the wheel every campaign and think of just being really consistent. And I also think consistent with our like energy and efforts, and like clear with our strategy, because
love that.
The issue is there's so much choice, like with anything.
No, there's so much.
Like what do you go after, and you've got to find out budget and stuff. So just strip it back, be simple, and then be really consistent.
So you're the first year in, so how are you scaling it? So what methods are you using to scale it?
Trying to basically do the classic dance, which is grow distribution in line with brand awareness, because you can't really do one too much without the other.
Yep.
So kind of taking, I would say baby steps, but no, big steps, but big, but like, just being obsessed with distribution. And like we're doing a lot of stuff. Like my obsession is really to get in front of, like, crack the community of parents and like caregivers. So same with distribution. Like we want to be an independence, like your local coffee shops, your farm shops, your delis, and that is like literally grassroots effort in terms of our marketing, but also our sales strategy, like getting into stores. Even the pop-up that I was talking about before we started is at like my local park, and that's just from like building that relationship and then doing an activation. So nurturing those listings as opposed to rushing. And I mean, it'd be amazing to get suddenly a big 800 store listing in Tesco's, but genuinely we wouldn't be ready for it. So it's like building up. So by the time we are ready, and that does happen, which it will, we are bringing a really loyal consumer like community to that shelf that will obviously help with even landing those types of listings. So I mean, Ocado's live. We just launched also on Breaks, who are a really big food service distributor. So that is so exciting for the likes of like the leisure sites, the like schools, theme parks, like wherever families are out and about, which obviously will drive sales, but also brand awareness in the places, the cool places. We're about to launch in a chain of ice rinks, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, that's cool. That's different.
I mean, it's like,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, just wherever the fun's happening, but and giving a treat that's as fun as, you know, a Haribo or anything, but without the sugar and the additives. So yeah, it's good. We're at, I don't know if, I think this is hot off the press news, but we're launching at the Co-op April program in October, just before Halloween. So that will be our first national grocery.
Halloween.
That's so makes sense.
Exciting. And that's part of their April program, which is for small brands or underrepresented founders. So it's 130 stores, I think, across the...
That's huge.
It's so exciting. But then the idea is to kind of build it up as opposed to try and jump off a cliff. So we're so lucky to have like landed that. So and great timing for Halloween. So
that's cool.
So a big year, but loads
massive,
to be getting after.
No free time.
Year.
No free time. And marketing wise, we're just trying to get out to parents. We're doing loads of festivals and community pop-ups and stuff. But just speaking to people and getting them to eat the sweets.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds simple, but...
How do you sort of stay motivated then, being on your own? I know obviously you have a support network, but how do you stay motivated?
I don't know. I'm quite obsessed, actually. I think it's
Yeah.
like, maybe that's just like a founder thing. I so believe in the product and I so see the potential. And that probably sounds like every founder ever.
Not always.
no,
I mean, they do
yeah.
say it, but like, you obviously like, I mean, it's a totally different thing. It's not like it's a credit card.
It's an exciting category as well. And you do get energy going out. Like any sampling that we do, it's so cool. I mean, it's sweet and it's like kids and families and parents go, oh yeah, I'm so glad I found this sweet. It's quite like, it's an easy sell.
Yeah, it's an easy sell.
But also I have a really cool team who are similar wavelength and like we're all female team at the moment, not deliberately, but it's ended up that way. Yeah. And like more than half the team are mums themselves. So we all keep each other kind of motivated and sane and check each other when we're like maybe trying to overstretch. But you're just, I mean, we're so fresh off the gate. Like you're just in the like full yes mode. Everything's yes. So I think that more is our issue of trying to be like, let's say no to more things. More considered. Like I don't want the team or me or any of us burning out. But no, it's too exciting to not to like motivation's not the hard bit.
And what was the first hire as you started the business?
So Abby, who is our head of operations and a mum of 3, whose kids are literally like ambassadors. All of the kids of the Wild Thingz team are now like wild kids. They are basically like full. Yeah. But they certainly think they work for the business. Thank God they're not on payroll, so save me that. But Abby was the first hire who came on when it was like a concept, and I like obviously me being probably a bit doolally and like, this is going to be massive. And she's like, what's it called? I don't know yet. Yeah. What's it for? And at least as a parent, she got it. Yeah. And she left her role in fashion operations because she wanted a job that worked around her family and her schedule. So it's sort of, it's work that way, but like kind of having mums on our team that get us and they are the community and being able to also like, of course we can have like a flexible workplace and it's lovely and she is brilliant and she's like kind of, you know, the people who just like, I don't know if I can swear, like get shit done, you know, just get things from A to B. And like, I felt we've always been really good partnership and attention. Actually, do you know what, even before that, Jen, who's our marketing advisor and well, our CMO fractionally, she's also a mum. She was with me even before. And she's an ex-Mondelez kind of colleague of mine and mentor of mine. And she was part of me making the jump when I did.
That's cool.
She's a female coach in like leadership and stuff. And she said, you've got to do it. So she's been with me from the beginning and then Abby. And we built it since that. But we're a team of 4 now with 3 kind of freelance women who do PR and social and all mums. So it's cool. We've got, it's a fun vibe to work with.
Oh, that's nice. How do you go with, if you can't have them full time, but you want to talk to them all the time?
Have a good enough relationship so they can tell me to shut up. That's what I was going to say. But it's perfect actually. I think having that like fractional when you can't afford
it's great for new business.
And getting senior heads. I also think and that's, I was going to say women, but really it's anyone. Working parents, you tap into amazing talent. And like for the cost of me saying, obviously pick your kids up from school when you need to, obviously you don't need to, I don't need to micromanage you, which is no cost and no harm. Then you get the most talented people who I think otherwise like, I don't know, would be wasted doing admin jobs because they need to work from home. There is such an untapped workforce, I think, of parents who have got like so much talent to give, but just want a simple ask of just being able to manage it around their family.
Yeah, so true.
So it's great. Like I'm lucky because then I get to, like you say, tap into amazingly talented people, but without spending 6 figures on a salary, which we couldn't even afford. So it's cool. The model seems to work.
Having boundaries, I find it hard too, and I'm like, I want to talk to you all the time.
Yeah, but I'm being told off. So our two newest recruits, Lucy and Sophie, who do sales and marketing, one's ex-Huel, one's ex-Dalesford. They are epic. But they tell me off for the WhatsApp. I feel like Gen Z are coming in with some boundaries and they're like,
they're so good. Yeah. They're good at that.
I get told that all the time from, I know.
Do not WhatsApp me 6 a.m. on a Sunday. It's quite stressful. Oh yeah, God, it must be quite stressful. So it's great. Yeah. So now we're like trying to do Slack. Obviously the WhatsApps do creep in. Yeah. But it's good. We're all holding each other accountable.
Yeah. But as a founder, I think 6 a.m. on Sunday, you're like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys respect actually on the weekend, but I'm really bad. When it's in my mind, I'm like, I've got to send it somewhere.
It's that.
Because otherwise it gets lost and you forget about it.
Well, that's the thing. You can send it to yourself, but then you will just
I put on delayed emails. That's what I do for Monday.
Delayed delivery,
so
9:01 Monday.
Like 10 emails at 8 o'clock.
That's really respectful of you.
Yes.
Whatever.
Delayed emails.
I'm going to get better. Or just write it down. Yeah. Even the 6 a.m. brain, or God forbid, the 3 a.m. brain, just write it down. Because in the night, you have this idea, and you're like, I've got to brainstorm.
I love the
because it will get lost. It will get lost.
It will in the ether. Yeah, it will. It will.
So what do you think you're getting from these fractional people, just in terms of like the value that you wouldn't get
just
from
expertise that we couldn't afford and we wouldn't warrant full time. So and community, I think just like these guys are our consumer. So it's like this double bubble of like we literally like what we did a whole workshop last week about Halloween, like get as wacky as we can, guys. Like what are we gonna do with Halloween to activate? You know, think creatively. We don't have big out-of-home budgets. Like, how are we going to do it? And we have like consumers in the room. It's like, guys, what are you doing? Like, your mums, what are you doing at Halloween? Like, how does Halloween feel? And like, you're tapping into that consumer and community, plus amazing expertise of people who've had these like phenomenal careers. But we can have them for the amount that we need. I think everything now is like getting really good fractional freelance. Same with like our designer, like everyone. It's but it's certainly a shift for me because I was used to big corporate having like you have teams and you have a legal team to bounce something off. Suddenly it's quite overwhelming. Like
they
that's
protect
us.
you.
We have to push back on our clients because I work fractional for a few and our teams do as well, and everyone expects 24/7 no time, which is still fine as long as you tell them. But then they also don't want to let go of the time. So I think it's fair. Like I also have some people in my team that are fractional too or freelance, whatever. And again, they need to tell me. Like I've done one was, and he'll probably listen to this, one is meant to do 20, how many hours a week? 10 hours a week, which is 2 hours a day. I mean, it's just like, I think he said it was 40 this week. And I'm like, that's kind of fair.
I get it. I worked you hard this week.
We're also British as well, like to say, like, by the way, I've only been,
that was an Australian that said that to me.
Oh, really?
I feel like British, they'd be like, no.
We'd be like, I'm fine. It's like, are you fine? Are you fine? I'm just doing 40 hours instead of 10. It's like, no, we have to like have these real adult like conversations to be like, I'm doing this. This is what I'm
as long as you
worth.
respect each other's, there's a respect level. I think it's awesome.
So true, so true.
So what kind of metrics are you looking at when you first scale?
Oh, it's hard because it's like, what data can we get? I'm buzzing because Ocado will be weekly data and Co-op will be weekly data.
What do they give you?
It literally will get like, well, I don't know, I've not even seen the portal.
True,
We're a week in. No, but we will get proper through the tills data.
Cool.
Right before that and now, like I'm scrapping to like whatever I can get my hands on, whether that's like this ice rink. They did a week's trial of us, and I can't tell you how much like joy it gave me to see a week of our sales like through the till, because a lot of the independents and distributors you can't really get any.
You can't get it, no.
Any data. Okay. You can.
Interesting.
Even knowing where you're stocked, you can't get. So we're having to build that. And
Did they give you targets like Ocado? Would they give you a target or? Just let's see how it goes.
Well, Ocado are quite specific because they're online, and then we really like any listing. It's kind of like, yay, but you can't congratulate yourself too long because it starts there. Like you're like ground zero. It's like, great, we've got the listing. How do you make it move? And Ocado, it's a lot about visibility on the site because
that makes sense.
I mean, think of their range is like
massive,
huge.
so many SKUs.
So we need to be like, how do we get our product like higher up that search ranking? So it's a slightly different task. It's more about our spend on their site and how we optimize that. But then the likes of like a Co-op, like we will need to get the rate of sale to a benchmark of the kind of category. Otherwise, they've got this real estate. Like, why would they give you a shelf, like a space on shelf, if you're not moving it quick enough? And that's where the grind starts, I think.
It will be interesting.
It'd be exciting. And like, even how do we like take on a national listing? We've been thinking like outside the box. I was saying to the team recently, because we need storage, and I was like, we get a van and that can be our storage, and it can be our billboard. So can we wrap this van with sweets that pass the parent test, Wild Thingz, and drive up and down the country and park outside Co-ops? That's cheaper than a billboard.
I mean, to be honest, outside Co-op, I've heard the ice cream man come down the street so much, and I'm like,
that's actually
a good idea.
Marketing.
That sound.
Exactly.
Literally every day this week when I was working from home, I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna go. Yeah, marketing, come to me.
Ice cream. But the ice cream van, even, I bet you those are cheaper to run.
You have your own jingle.
Get your own.
There's something a bit suspicious about giving sweets out of an ice cream van down a street. I don't know. We'll Google.
No, you can do something cool with it.
No, I like it. I like a cool. I think the sound
and get a cool sound, because
sometimes
the
sound
sound
is creepy
kind of
from the.
We can reimagine that sound. No, I love it.
Remix
Well, it's the Wild Thingz jingle. Just find someone to do a jingle.
Wild Thing. I think it's been done.
Have you actually
really good.
used that? You can't, but can you?
I don't know if we legally. I don't know what you say. We play it on a loop, obviously. Whenever we're at like an activation at a festival, crank it up.
Such a great one.
On my Insta stories, it's epic. It's a tune as well.
So have you? I know you're doing a festival soon. Have you done any ones before?
Yeah, we are the Kids Zone sponsor of the Pub in the Park festivals.
Yes,
I mean,
I've been. It's great.
Yeah, they're really good. They're like foodie.
I didn't realise it was for all children, and I went.
No,
and I didn't have children.
It's for everyone. Oh, did you see a lot of kids there?
Yeah.
That's what we want. It's for everyone, but there is like we're like in the kids zone, so we do our little mini Land Rover, and we have like games games and
cool.
tattoos for the kids. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And obviously Wild Thingz on repeat on a speaker. But just like a vibe, and we're letting people taste the sweets and buy the sweets. So yeah, we did 2 Marlow and Chiswick in June, which was mental and brilliant, but really tiring. And then we've got Reigate in July, big festival we're doing in August, and then St Albans Pub in the Park in September. So each month we'll have a different festival.
So yeah,
That
where have
sounds
you
so
seen the biggest uplifts that you've been surprised from? Like, is it straight after those events? Or is it like, what do you think is working well for you?
Well,
it's hard because I know you
it's
just
all
started.
like trust
so
the process, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, I mean, even, and it's so hard to like attribute it, but without the data. But even our Amazon is 2x this month, and we're on the back of those 2 festivals.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't take like a rock, and that has to be to do with all these conversations you're having, and even like these little kind of like green shoots of. I saw someone else at a networking event, a B2B networking event on Wednesday, and this guy from Booker was like, "Oh, I saw you at Marlow Pub in the Park," or people are like, "Oh, I saw
Correct.
you." We've done some gifting recently, amazing social team, and like our head of social, Lorna, she's an influencer herself, a mum influencer, and she sent out some amazing, like really bespoke gifts to different influencers, and we took the time instead of just sending them sweets, which would be easy. We like picked out their favourite things and like made it really bespoke. And last weekend, honestly, on the stories, it was like all these incredible mums like posting, and everyone is so sweet. But then I hear people go, "Oh, I saw you on that person's story," or "I saw you." It's just a little. I think it's just like breathe, trust the process, and even seeing like the Amazon is such a nice example of some organic growth. Like, oh, it's happening. It's happening.
I love that. Not everyone says that. Like, breathe, trust the process.
Yeah,
it's usually either ROI, sales, but like in the start, you've got to do that.
Particularly when you don't really have the data, and every brand I see, and it is I don't know if it's disheartening or just realistic, but every brand I see that I feel is an overnight success, if you dig into it, it never is. Like, I was at a talk.
I love that.
I heard a talk about Tenzing, the energy drink.
Yeah, Tenzing's good.
Yes.
Amazing brand.
It's like an energy drink, but it's
clean energy.
What's the US?
Natural,
clean
yeah?
energy. Yeah, it's natural.
They're gonna. I should get the slogan right. It's like, no, life's too short for bad energy. But it's a. And again, I thought of that as an overnight success, and it's not when you dig into it. Like that's been like 5-6 years in the process. So in the build. So it's like.
True.
I'm thinking of Wild Thingz in 40 years, like as a household
name,
like number 2 after Harry Bow. Like I want it. It's a long game, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not going to slow us down in the intermediate. But you know what I mean, doing stuff in a sustainable way. So yeah.
And you're obviously dressed in green to tie in with the brand.
Always, and the earring. And the ring. Yeah, no.
I think like parents can have these as well, because I'm a chocolate person,
I'm
and
gonna
I
give
really
my
like
husband who's
these.
obsessed with Haribo. I'm actually going to order them.
I
I've got
know.
a promo
Amazing.
code, but we'll give the guest maybe.
Yeah, we can do a promo code.
Yeah.
Can I buy direct from
Should I
my
make this
website?
up
Or do I need
right
to buy
now?
it
We'll have to
from-
make it. Lucy when she gets home. Amazon promo code. What do we want to call it?
Digi
Whatever.
cheesecake.
Digi
cheesecake.
10
Yeah.
for 10% off Amazon.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
No, I've got to make that when I get home.
Yeah. Are you going to write that down?
Write that down and text you. I'm going to make that.
It's Amazon, great.
Amazon.
Do they come in big packages, or you buy? How many can you buy?
So Amazon, we do big party boxes. So it comes Venus flytrap. You open her mouth, and there's like
that's
either
cool.
34 of the little packs of one flavour, or we do a mix box. 24, so like 8 of each of the 3 flavours.
Yeah.
We do a little letterbox unit that's like, I think it's 12 quid, and you've got kind of 12 little packs, and you open it, and
that's my husband.
there's games in
Yeah.
the bottom and stuff, so it's quite fun. Yeah,
cute.
it's
Is there
good.
anything for adults?
Yeah, it's all for adults. This is the thing I'm interested in. When we're big enough and it's flying, obviously our obsession is like parents to kids, but I'm so interested in how many like little treat on the go. Even my friends, I'm like just a little amount of sweets for like your lunch or like meal deals. If we can get into a meal deal, I bet you we'll
Oh
look
my
and be
god,
like, no,
you
you
need
can
to change
change
the meal deals. They're so bad for you.
like something like you just want a little handful of sweets.
Yeah, like
less
just
than 80
something
calories.
sweet
You can't like.
after your lunch or something.
Imagine if it ends up that mums and dads are eating them more than the kids.
I actually
would love
wouldn't be
that.
surprised.
I wouldn't either.
It's like that mochi ball, you know, like
You always
little
need
moves.
something at
little-
home just
Yeah,
to
they're good
snack
those.
on.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, cool.
Lots
Like a
of
little sweet
ideas.
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like them, and
Sweet,
I like
yeah.
chocolates. I don't really like sweets,
They're good.
but these ones are really nice.
There you go. Perfect. That's what we want.
One question that I've got is in terms of you as a founder, so how do you set up your day? So from start to finish.
Yeah, does it ever finish?
We use finish. Good one.
And how do you fit?
exactly.
and how do you fit in all the stuff you want to do outside of work? And does that exist in the first year?
You
of
just got
business?
engaged, so
Yeah, I just
Oh,
got engaged as
congratulations.
well. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
congrats.
it's
it's
the
just
bit-
like, hey, I hate
the
to make
most
that up. Sorry.
This is in the most crazy, epic year of like, I'm a bit witchy, but I definitely manifested this year somehow.
Yeah.
I don't
love
know.
witchy.
It's like,
Yes.
it's
I
like,
think witches exist. 100%,
My friends are all into
definitely.
witches stuff. Yeah,
it's just, honestly, within a week, it was Ocado breaks and engagement, and I'm like, I think I can die now. I'm good. This is great. I'm out. But no, we use like Mondays, which is an organizer to do.
Yeah,
and
we love Monday.
Desperately need that. And I use
that's going to be for the sponsor of our podcast, right?
Mondays.
Monday.com.
Honestly,
Ellie
they're
loves
the best.
Yeah, I'm literally plugging them. They're great, and because you also can do that on the phone. So
Yeah.
thinking about it at 3 a.m, put it down on Mondays. Get into the office, look at it, check because we've got each other's on our team thing, so we can also see what we're all up to, and then check in with the team. I love how I'm saying this as if we're totally structured and organised. It's not chaos.
But you sound good. Slack Monday. I like it.
This is what we're working towards, because I do think,
Have
my
you
God.
using the automations in Monday? Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
It's epic.
I'm definitely using it like a full.
I'll show.
boomer.
It's awesome.
I can't quite
One day.
do any of this stuff. And we have like AI now in our emails that helps us be quick and all that. But generally just try and like redo the to-do list, breathe. And I also love like there's so many things, even like today, ice cream truck, like literally is our office. Like, how about Bouncy Castle? How about put it down and put it on a list
fun.
of like, you're not going to forget it, but like this is not a priority right now, because otherwise you are so overwhelmed. And I'm really conscious also not to overwhelm the team, because we're all just like yes women. So it's like,
but it is exciting. So I get that would be hard.
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose that, like that is our superpower as well, that like the agility to do random weird shit that
but I do love the credit when everyone has like that wish list and you all check in like what is the wish list, and then you all go through it every quarter or whatever, but you gotta just try and separate it.
And doing like I saw this thing on like dolphin leadership of like, you can't be in the weeds, like as in the sea, or you can't also be a full eagle, because we don't have the team.
I like that.
You have to be in and out. So
that's a cool analogy.
taking the time to take a step back, breathe, think of the long term.
I feel like you're your own mentor sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. You've got some good liners there.
But it's so I can't remember who told me that. I'm not wise enough to make that up. But it's just that like making sure you're making time for both, so don't get too sucked into the detail.
That is a good point.
But also taking a step back, and things like honestly doing today, like taking the time out to come and do today when you've got so many emails and things you want to chase, or stuff on LinkedIn, or like network and reach out to other founders, having a coffee, but doing things that are like a little bit more taking a step back, as well as,
because you need that.
One we heard, I think, today, and even yesterday I heard, is having your own committees. So like they're not like hired in your team, but let's say you need a committee to analyze, I don't know, what did they have today? They had like content committee, which is just like their ambassadors and stuff. So that's actually really cool. They do it internally where everyone's got little committees that are separated. So as you scale, it's actually quite good because people have got a non-biased view. So like they're just mini ambassadors.
That's I was even thinking like when we did the first early consumer research, so like with the mums, we had a blank slate and we talked, I literally for an Amazon voucher, we spoke to mums for like 3 hours over coffee about like snacks, sweets, what's going well, like the insights, still the insights.
Mums are so good for that.
Amazing. And now we have them on WhatsApp. So like when we started finalising the packaging, like what do you think of this? And they gave it to us straight. And we've changed a lot off.
That's
just
so
even
nice.
them saying, oh, this looks, I don't know, too dark or too sour or too scary, or and like making it that tapping into that, I think it's probably slightly different from what you're saying, but that.
No, you're right. But whatever it
consumer,
is, if you've got it, WhatsApp groups of people that are like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like what? Yeah. Like what you're doing this Halloween. Like where? Like even just insights on like where people are getting their costumes.
Yeah.
It's really useful and it's free.
That's what I do love WhatsApps for. Yeah. But like, when will it end the WhatsApp groups? I love them.
They're so useful though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
They are super
I'm
useful.
so bad at creating too many.
It's a bit mental, isn't it?
We're going to add you to a new one after this.
Oh, brilliant. I'll just be dropping gifts.
Which one?
The founder one.
I know you have to come into our founder one.
Yeah. Great.
So we've created one for digital cheesecake founders.
Yeah.
Purely just to like either get fractional work, like as in like ask people to help them on stuff.
Honestly,
without paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like this has gone down, help, like on a weekend, so someone will come and help you.
Yeah. The commute, like food and bev community, when you move to Challenger, it's so overwhelmingly supportive. I don't know why you think no one's like really competing against each other, even if you're like the same category. Like everyone's just like there's space for all of us. It's almost like it feels like all the challengers are kind of against the machine. So it's like like those types of like help. I need this, help. I need that. It's quite.
It's better when you're more vulnerable.
Yeah,
when everyone's more vulnerable together.
Yeah. You're all in the same, but it's that was been my biggest like wake up call. I'm like, oh, everyone's really nice.
I know. That's what I thought when I started our business. I was like, the best part is actually the people, like that are supporting you outside.
Yeah, and that's what gives you energy as well,
yeah,
doesn't it? And sharing the failings and being honest and being like, this fucked up, or this is really hard, or actually it's really hard to get work-life balance, blah blah blah. Anyway, so you don't feel like you're on your own, because it is a bit sometimes
daunting.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, am I getting it wrong, or you know? But you can't really. It's
why don't we all share our fuck-ups?
I don't.
Have you had any that you're like, you know, like that you were like, oh wow, but then it actually wasn't really that big of a deal, but you were stressed about it? I've had
like
plenty.
a billion.
Yeah.
And like boring ones, like operational ones. And like
They seem probably boring now, but at the time it's like...
I went on like the first proper holiday with my partner, and we were in Malaysia, and it was so exciting. And it was like just when like nothing could go wrong, and then like my
Always
manufacturer,
happens.
the ones that make the little packs, then couldn't fulfill, and we were about to go live, and it was like, oh my god, now of all times, isn't it?
Yeah.
But my biggest, I think, learning or piece on like we're going to work on is just being really clear on what you're selling. Like, it sounds really dumb, but you get so into like the design agency we worked on these, How are brilliant, and they're so creative, and we had the Venus flytrap, and we're trying to make it all punky, and I love our logo. Great. I think we need to be more clear. We are selling a suite.
Yeah.
It feels like so basic, but like when I'm at these events,
It's hard to get out of it though, isn't it?
it is. You don't get in that consumer mindset. It's like consumer doesn't think and obsess with the Pantones. They are just like,
true.
what is this?
Yeah.
What is, how young
so
is
true.
it? Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
cool.
Especially if it goes into an ice cream truck.
Yeah. What commission do you need on that idea? I'm loving it. No, honestly, it's great.
You could do the ASMR stuff as well. Have you done one
so
of those?
many cool ideas
Yeah.
I'm going down. But
Yeah.
yeah, that is true though. Like, how long did you spend on the packaging?
We worked with them on the design from zero, and then we were like, we did they had all these creative ideas, and like, how do you reimagine plant-based and organic? Like, okay, organic looks like this, and lower sugar, and it looks very hemp and wicker basket.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's a
cute.
good point, yeah.
And then how do you mash this world of like gore and gruesome, and like we were
Kids
like,
love that, though.
and yeah, exactly. What do kids find interesting and exciting, and how do you like combine this like Whole Foods market world with like toxic waste world, and like getting to, it was such a cool process, and I'm not the expert, but then working really closely with a group of mums of doing all this cool work in a room where we all pat each other on the back, and then we show it to consumers, and then they'll be like, don't get it. We got told it looked like a sex toy, an early version of the packaging. And we were like, we need to redo it, and then we had to kick it.
How is that a sex toy though?
No, not as it is now.
Was it the pink tongue originally?
It was another route that was like, so we were being, and I love it to be distinctive and to jump out on shelf.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we get obsessed with that, and then you forget what you're actually doing, which is selling
Yeah.
sweets.
Yeah.
So it was like trying to keep it, and then like even showing mums like getting to this like welly boot green was off the back of it. It used to be black. It was jet black, and we were like, oh. It looks a bit like Monster Energy
Yeah, I
drink,
like the
and
green.
it's not.
True.
And they're like, is it natural? We're like, oh wait. So we're like welly boot, and even all the insects, and
furry
having
things
the
are
Venus
cool.
flytrap.
You could partner with
it's like
Hunter Wellies,
plants.
couldn't you? Hunter Wellies.
I'd love to partner with Hunter Wellies.
There's
They're
lots of
listening.
that.
Boom, festivals.
I actually think
Festivals.
I could see
Adult
this
festivals,
as
yeah.
like a game. Someone must have talked about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They haven't, but I'd love them to. Yeah.
Like that.
About
What's
that.
that one? The do 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 do.
Oh, that's Space Raiders, is it?
Oh, I'm thinking Pac-Man.
Is this
Pac-Man, yeah, Pac-Man, yeah.
God, that's very
That would be
old.
literally Pac-Man with the sweets.
There's so many ideas
And
you
they're
can do
all
with
different,
this.
like insects. Obviously, we've got our maggots and spiders and butterflies and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I'm like, there's so many angles you could go down with, like even
Thinking
the
of
bugs,
so many.
birds, bees. I don't know, flowers.
Yeah.
But it was fun. That
Costumes, love it. All of
yeah,
it.
mascot
So
costumes.
much more
What
to
about ones for
come.
Halloween? Costumes? Like,
Thinking about it. Thinking about it.
you've definitely got to do that.
We want to do some cool stuff. And that
That'd be a cool
ice rink
takeover.
said to me today, saying, hey, if you get a mascot costume, we'll wear it for the ice hockey game.
Oh, amazing.
I love that.
I was like,
That's
is
so
that creepy
funny.
or is that fun?
I
No,
think
do
that's
it. Do it.
You
Jump
could
on it.
sponsor. You could have said there's so
Yeah,
many cool
jump on
things.
it.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, because
I
it's
can't
not
wait to see this in a year's
scary as
time.
well. Because like, obviously kids can get scared like really easy, easy with certain things, but that is not like a scary.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
that's
you know,
what-
it's a,
We,
kind
and
of
that was
cute
the other thing. It was a
as
bit
well.
scarier, and like
bet you
making it
was.
like making it,
It could be.
making it fun, and
Yeah.
also even the sweets. So like, depending if your kid likes maggots and gore, or snails, or butterflies and ladybirds.
And
We did the
yes.
cutesy.
Oh, yeah,
no,
true.
and then I
Yeah.
looked on the left and thought,
It's
nice.
like I think I can love the personality of a kid that wants to eat the maggot one versus the one that has the ladybird one. It's like let them.
True.
I don't know, a bit of variety, but
so cool.
Let them
not
choose.
too scary.
We've got so many things to talk about, but we're
Yeah.
kind of nearly end for time. Is
Yeah.
there anything you guys want to ask at the end? Sarah?
I think the biggest thing was definitely about like founding your own business and like what the biggest
6
challenge
months.
is. Yeah, exactly, because that is. But I think you're still definitely at that stage where everything's on the plate. World's your oyster.
That's
Do you
pretty
feel that?
exciting.
Yeah.
And I love oysters.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I
It's quite
can't-
hard, 'cause
I
it's like every
can't
week, but-
wait for a Halloween. I
Yeah.
really can't wait. Our Amazon, we're going to have this trick or treat box. Like we're so ready for Halloween. And I think it's such a
Cool.
perfect moment where sweets is the top of mind. I think it's probably the only occasion
impressive
where
that you're
sweets
ready
are like
now.
the first
The-
thing.
the big thing, yeah.
And we've got all these like crazy ideas. Plus it's the co-op launch. There's so much to be excited about. But even this year has been like a total, like better than I could even imagine or expected. So, even being on Ocado, like that hasn't even sunk in. Like that was like my dream.
Because you're on to the next thing, aren't you?
Stuff.
Yeah, then you're
Always on
and
to
then
the
it's like
next
I've got to
thing.
do. It is hard just to breathe and
Maybe have a drink today.
I think I might.
Yeah.
But it is good. It's like halfway point. And achieved so much already.
Yeah.
Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And getting to more families, like I love, like every time I just speak to parents, they're like, oh my God, like I've been wanting something like that. It's it's like, how do we do more of that? And like, how do we do more of that without a crazy budget? Like, what is that? So just more like guerrilla ideas. And that's what brings all of us energy. Let's like get out there, go break the rules a bit and do it a bit cheeky. But
I love that.
I love it.
It'll be a fun year for it. And Halloween will be really exciting.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And hit follow. But yeah, thanks so
See
much.
you next time.